Good evening and welcome to Hoops Friday Night. Alongside Matt Zigai, I'm Jason Geiser, and we begin tonight with a rivalry renewed in the Three Rivers Athletic Conference.
Over the last 3 seasons, when Lima Senior and Findlay get together, the home team comes out on top. That includes an 18-point Trojans victory on their home court a month ago.
Findlay's just 4-4 since blowing out both Lima Senior and OG that weekend. At halftime of tonight's rematch, Lima Senior introduces their new Athletic Hall of Fame class, which includes former Spartans and University of Findlay coach Ron Niekamp, as well as Greg Simpson's 1992 state runner-up team. The Spartans tonight get revenge in front of a big home crowd. Greg's son, Jameer Simpson, pushing the pace, hitting Jaleel King for the layup. Lima's on top 48-29. Findlay tries to answer. Ryan Roth knocking down the pull-up Jay. It's still a 17-point game. Here, Josiah Fulcher swings cross-court to Jermaine Daniel, who fires from 25 feet. A long three-ball puts the Spartans in front by 20. At the other end, Max Roth to Chris Strezemka. The sophomore shows off the jump shot. It's still a 51-33 game, though. Now Khalil Luster drops to Fulcher, who cans along 2 of his own. It's a 20-point lead again. We get a timeout. Out of the stoppage, the Trojans' other star sophomore, A.J. Adams, buries the triple try, but this one's already seemingly in hand. Cameron Miles forces the turnover, and it's Amir Curtis tracking down the loose ball and taking it right to the rack. Spartans win 71-51. They'll host Whitmer a week from tonight with the track championship on the line.
Ottawa Glandorf returns home tonight after a big win against Lima Senior on Tuesday. The Titans get back to league play with a chance to clinch a share of the WBL title if they're able to get past Wapakoneta. First quarter, Adam Scott kicks it to Reed Miracle for 3. We are level at 17 apiece. OG comes right back, though. Ethan White finds Carter Herringhouse in the corner. He makes no mistake. Titans up 1. Second quarter, Redskins still trailing. Scott uses his vision again, this time finding Aaron Good. Back and forth we go, but the home team wouldn't go away. It's White working baseline. He splashes home the turnaround hook shot. Ottawa Glandorf wins 65-62.
Shawnee begins the night a game off the pace atop the WBL. The Tribe visits their crosstown rivals at Bath. The Indians beat the Wildcats by an even 50 in the season opener at the Tip-Off Classic. Second quarter tonight, Justin Benke to Jake Hutchins, who spins to the tin. Shawnee stormed out to a 31-7 lead. Heading the other way, Cyrus Burden pushes it to R.J. Cortez for 3, but it's still a 21-point game, and Shawnee is dialed in. Johnny Caprella up and under. The lead grows to 25 for the Tribe, and then Sheridan O'Neal throws the touchdown pass to George Mangus. The sophomore lays it home for a 39-10 lead, and seconds later it's Benke cruising in for another layup. Shawnee wins 102-35. In Elida, the Bulldogs try to get back on track, hosting Kenton. The home team has lost 4 of their last 5. The Wildcats are 12-6 this year, but just 1-6 in WBL games. First quarter, Dante Wheeler snags the Kenton turnover, and Jaquan Moore takes it the distance for the layup. The sophomore has Elida up a deuce. Now Max Parker hits a cutting Wheeler for another lay-in. Bulldogs back up by 2, and now Matt Fish steps into the passing lane, takes the steal right at us for one more Elida layup. He scores 22 on the night. Kenton comes right back at him. Jaron Sharp to the hoop for 2 of his game-high 24, but Elida always has the answer. Wheeler Euro stepping into the lane. Bulldogs win 58-52.
Salina gets set for Game 2 of their 4-game road trip to close out the season. The Bulldogs bring a 5-game losing streak into Van Wert tonight, while the Cougars seek a 4th straight WBL win. Second quarter, Austin Cotterman drives the lane and goes glass for 2, 43-24 Van Wert. And then it's Brett Schwederman making his move. He floats it home. Salina down 18, and the home team too much tonight. Nate Place gets a sweet feed in transition. He finishes with the layup, and then off the miss, it's Jake Hillary grabbing the long rebound. He puts it back up and in before the buzzer sounds. Van Wert rolls 64-45. One other game in the WBL tonight. Defiance needs extra time to pull out a win against St. Mary's. The Bulldogs win by 1 in overtime, 63-62.
St. Henry and Marion Local have been the class of the MAC for most of the year, but one of the teams sitting just a game behind the conference co-leaders is Minster, who won at Marion last month. If the Wildcats want to share the league title, they'll need to make their move tonight, hosting St. Henry in our Hoops Friday Night Spotlight game.
Hoops Friday Night Spotlight game brought to you by Steve Meyer Service in Kreidersville.
The Redskins have been on a roll, winners of 9 straight. The Wildcats seem to have regrouped from their 32-point loss at Versailles 2 weeks ago, going 3-0 since then. Third quarter, Jack Heitbrink finds Jared Schultze in the paint for the bucket. Wildcats take the lead. They trail by 1 a little later, but it's that same duo, Heitbrink to Schultze, and the big man knocks down the jump shot. Minster's back in front. At the other end, Zach Niekamp sends a jumper through the twine. Now the Redskins seesaw into the lead, and shortly after, Sam Hardings takes it to the hoop. The Redskins survive a trip to Minster, winning 54-52. Marion Local saw their 8-game win streak come to a close on Monday at Jackson Center. The Flyers hit the road for a date with their rivals in Coldwater tonight. First quarter, Nathan Bruns knocks down a 3-ball. The Finley commit knots us up in the opening minutes. Coldwater falls down 3 until Marcus Bruns drives to the hoop and he's fouled. The and one evens up the score. Flyers move back in front. It's their Bruns again with another 3-pointer, but this isn't an all Bruns highlight. Coldwater's Jacob Wenning can also fill it up from range. Coldwater beats Marion 52-42, meaning St. Henry clinches at least a share of the MAC title tonight.
St. John's has won 5 straight, and they sit just a game out of the top spot in the MAC. The Blue Jays play host to Versailles tonight as the Tigers hope to close out their MAC schedule with a win. Second quarter, Michael Stammen with a smooth crossover. Before rattling home the deep ball, we are tied at 20. Then Stammen feeds Evan Heaston down low. He goes glass for the deuce. Versailles hanging around, but here comes the Jays. Lucas Metcalf spinning his way to the rim. The senior leads St. John's with 17. Jays lead by 2 at the half. Third quarter now, it's Jared Wurst stroking it from deep. St. John's defends home floor. They win it 42-33. Elsewhere in the MAC tonight, Fort Recovery squeaks past New Bremen. Indians win 58-55, and Parkway cruises past New Knoxville. Panthers win 66-22.
Kalida can clinch the outright Putnam County League championship tonight on the road at Continental. The Wildcats can finish the conference campaign with a perfect 7-0 record. First quarter, Trevor Lambert working in the post, in for 2. It's 4-0 Cats. Then Owen Recker draws 3 defenders, leaving Lambert open for 3. It's 10-0 Kalida. First quarter, all Wildcats. Recker to Grant Laudick in transition. He glides to the bucket. Kalida will not be denied tonight. Recker getting in on the scoring himself. That puts them up 18-0. Kalida clinches the outright PCL crown, winning 64-28.
We need to take our first break here on Hoops Friday night, but when we return, the Northwest Conference Championship is on the line. Highlights from that and more right after this. Welcome back to Hoops Friday night. Columbus Grove continues to hold on to the top spot in the NWC as they enter tonight undefeated in conference play, now 6-0. The Bulldogs are riding a 6-game win streak as well, and they can clinch at least a share of the NWC title tonight as they host Ada. The Road Dogs looking to play spoiler as they have dropped back-to-back contests. A win tonight would make Ada one of 4 teams in the NWC with 3 conference victories. Third quarter off the miss, Blake Reynolds fights for the board and lays it up and in for 2. 34-27 Grove. The Road Dogs trying to climb back. Ethan Hall connects with Brandon Hull. He muscles his way to the rack, but Grove's still up 10, and the home team was firing on all cylinders tonight. Great ball movement here. Gabe Clement, the beneficiary. He hits the 3. Grove wins 60-43, clinching at least a share of the Northwest Conference title. They can win it outright next Friday when they take on Crestview. The Knights have won 16 straight games, but still sit a game behind Grove in the conference. Crestview in Spencerville tonight. First quarter, Drew Klein finds Wade Sheets. He goes up strong for the lay-in. Crestview strikes first. Then it's Kalen Etzler with the crossover pull-up pop. Smooth from the sophomore. Spencerville responds, though, as Eli Harder from the elbow. Bearcats on the board, but the road team pulls away. It's Kalen hitting from mid-range once again, this time along the baseline. The Knights cruise to their 17th straight win, 60-36.
Both Bluffton and Jefferson have gone 3-3 in their last 6 games. The difference is the Jeff Cats were 0-13 before that, while the Pirates were 10-3. They meet tonight aboard the Pirate ship. Third quarter, Mason Soper beats his man to the bucket. Pirates up 20. A bit later, Luke Denneker gets into the lane for the hoop and the harm. He pushes that Bluffton advantage to 21. Jefferson gets running. Doug Long Jr. gathers it in and lays it home, but this one's all Bluffton. Baylor Garmatter grabs the rebound at the other end, goes back up with it. Pirates win 68-43. Lincoln View can improve to 6-2 in conference play tonight, welcoming Pauling to their barn. The Panthers, though, have gone 6-2 in their last 8 games, following following a 2-7 start to the season. First quarter, Alec Bowersock dribbles around the defense to get to the bucket. Good start for the Lancers, up 4-0. Back comes Paulding. Carson Scholl, step back, three-pointer. It's a one-point game early. The Lancers answer with their own marksmanship from long range. Work that ball around to Logan Williams for three, but it's a good night to be the Road Warriors here. Scholl off the steal, takes it to the hoop. Paulding wins 66-52.
Fort Loramie and Botkins go head-to-head as both teams close out their Shelby County League schedule. Loramie looking for a third straight win while the Trojans try for their fifth straight home victory. Fourth quarter, Carter Mesher dumps it off to Grant Albers. He gets the quick bucket. Loramie up 9, and at the other end, Botkins responds. Jaden Wendell dials one up from distance. That cuts the Trojans' deficit to 6. Late in the fourth now, it's Jaden Pretty taking it himself and getting the tough layup to fall, but the road team too much tonight as it's Albers again driving to the basket and getting the bank shot to fall. Loramie wins 60-49. More results from the SCL tonight. Fairlawn needed overtime to get past Jackson Center. The Jets win 56-52, and Russia rolls past Houston 60-38.
We need to take our second and final break here on Hoops Friday night. When we come back, it's a quest for clarity in the race for a Blanchard Valley Conference crown, plus postseason action from the pool and the bowling alley. Stay tuned. Welcome back. With just 2 games remaining on the BVC schedule, a pair of co-leaders remain in the catbird seat. Van Buren has won 8 straight conference games since their early December loss at co-leading Arlington. The Black Knights tonight host a Riverdale squad that's just a game off the league lead. First quarter, Kobe Miller crosses over and takes it to the hoop one time. The Falcons have an early 3-point lead. Back comes the home team. Brady Rader picks up the loose ball, takes it down for the layup and the foul. Black Knights surge in front. They build a 3-point advantage until Max Morris attacks the rack for Riverdale. It's just a 1-point game, but Van Buren takes care of business at home. Carson Goebel in transition. Basket in the Band-Aid. Knights win 54-43. The aforementioned Red Devils from Arlington are at home tonight, playing for a 7th straight win. They host an Arcadia squad that's notched 2 of their 3 total wins this year in conference play. First quarter, Jacob Russell on the run for the layup. The Red Devils grab a quick 2-point lead. Later in the frame, Desmond Johnson has his shot blocked, but he sticks with it and puts the ball through the cylinder. However, Arcadia's down 8 at that point, and here come the Devils. Ivan Berry padding his stats like Dennis Rodman used to. 1 rebound, 2 points. Arlington wins 59-34.
Lipsticks put together back-to-back victories. The Vikings hit the road tonight to take on a reeling Liberty Benton squad that's dropped 4 in a row. Second quarter, Drew Liffick drops it off to Tyler Sickmiller, and he's money from just outside the elbow. Road team down 2. We are level here as Alex Dillon finds Josh Reindl in the corner. He cans it from deep. Eagles take a 3-point lead. Lipstick comes right back, though, as Cole Riemann cleans it up down low. It's a 1-point game at half, but the home team pulls away. Jake Reindl feeds a cutting Josh Reindl for the lay-in. Liberty Benton wins 56-44. Around the BVC tonight, Pandora Gilboa handles Corey Rawson 43-36. Macomb moves past Hopewell Loudon 57-45. And North Baltimore victorious over Van Loo 80-69.
In the Northwest Central Conference, Lehman Catholic beats Temple Christian by 10. USV protects home court against Riverside 84-65. And Ridgemont also wins at home 65-53 over WG. Central Buckeye Conference, Mad River Division, Indian Lake loses at Northwestern. Division champ Ben Logan falls at home to Urbana. Kenton Trail Division, Bell Fountain beats Tecumseh 62-49. Green Meadows Conference, Wayne Trace earns a share of the league title, winning at first place Hicksville 67-62 in overtime. And in the NWOAL, Patrick Henry falls at Wauseon 60-39.
From the hardwood to the pool, as the Division II swim districts take place in Bowling Green, the top 2 finishers in each event automatically qualify for state. Girls 200-yard medley relay, Toledo St. Ursula Academy pulls away for gold, but Salina's Kennedy Newell anchors the Bulldogs to a silver finish, touching home at 1 minute 48.49 seconds. Salina qualifies for state. Girls 200-yard IM, Toledo St. Ursula's Mia Cheatwood finishes with a first with a 2:09.35, while Ottawa Glandorf Sydney Pornchuk tallies a 4th place finish, swimming a 2:10.72. Girls 50 free, Ada's Clava Katayama finishes second as the sophomore swims a 23.78, just 25 hundredths off the championship pace. Baklava automatically qualifies for state. And finally, boys 50 free. Bowling Green's Jack Burrows sets a new record as he finishes in 20.80 seconds, while Wapak's Nate Miller adds a 3rd place finish, swimming a 22.21. And we end at the lanes with the girls Division II bowling sectional in Wapak today. 11 local teams compete at Astro Lanes. Coldwater's Allison Fox starts us off. She nails the strike. The Cavaliers are the sectional champions, while Fox finishes finishes third individually. Here, it's Minster's Emma Snyder. She sticks the strike. Minster moves on, finishing fourth as a team, while Snyder is your individual sectional champ, bowling a 544 total. St. Mary's Elena Thornsberry with the strike here. The Rough Riders move on, finishing second as a team. The junior bowls a 528 total, finishing fourth individually. Van Wertz, Lori Decker right down the middle. The Cougars finish third as they move on to districts. Decker bowls a 481, finished seventh individually. Fort Recovery's Chloe Will picks up the spare here. She will advance to districts as an individual as the senior bowls a 479. And finally, Parkway's Haley Stuckey goes straight down the middle for the strike. The Panthers senior also moves to districts as an individual, bowling a 453.
Football news on a Hoops Friday night. Bath today announces the hiring of Ryan Reindl as their new football coach, pending board approval at next Tuesday's meeting. Reindl's a 2004 Bath grad who played on the Wildcats' last playoff team. He spent 9 years at his alma mater, last year as the offensive coordinator. And that's how we close out a well-rounded Hoops Friday night. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks to everyone here who helps us put the show on the air.
Join me back here tomorrow for more bowling sectionals, conference wrestling tournaments, and of course, plenty more basketball. Have a great night.